Have you ever heard of a man who looked death in the eye not once, not twice, but 50 times, and walked away every single time? This is the story of Chevalier de St. Georges. A man whose life was so incredible, it sounds like something straight out of a movie. Born in the Caribbean to a French plantation owner and an enslaved African woman, his journey to becoming one of Europe's most famous figures is nothing short of breathtaking. St. Georges wasn't just a survivor, he was a prodigy. He was a master swordsman, a virtuoso violinist, a brilliant composer, and a decorated military commander. In an era defined by rigid social hierarchies, he shattered every expectation. His skill with a sword was legendary. He moved with a grace and speed that left his opponents baffled. People would flock to see him duel, not just for the thrill of the fight, but to witness a true artist at work. His footwork was like a dance, his blade a blur of silver light. He could disarm a man in the blink of an eye, often without even drawing a drop of blood. But why did he have to fight so often? Well, being a black man of incredible talent and fame in 18th century France came with its share of challenges. He faced constant prejudice and jealousy. Many duels were instigated by rivals who couldn't stand to see him succeed. They saw him as an easy target, a man they could put in his place. They were wrong. Every single time, they were wrong. Each duel was a test not just of his skill, but of his character. He fought for his honor, his reputation, and his very right to exist in a world that constantly tried to tear him down. So, what was his secret? How did he survive 50 encounters that were designed to end his life? It wasn't just luck. It was a combination of unparalleled training, psychological genius, and a calm that was almost unnerving. St. Georges trained relentlessly from a young age, mastering every nuance of fencing. He could read his opponents like an open book, anticipating their moves before they even made them. While they were driven by anger or arrogance, he was driven by precision and control. He never let emotion cloud his judgment. He would often toy with his challengers, showing them just how outmatched they were before elegantly ending the fight. He turned their aggression against them, using their own force to unbalance them. His strategy was as much mental as it was physical. He had an intimidating presence, an aura of unshakable confidence that would often psyche out his opponents before the first blade was even crossed. Imagine standing opposite a man who was not only a celebrity swordsman but also a celebrated musician and composer. You're not just fighting a man, you're fighting a legend. This psychological edge was one of his most powerful weapons. He proved that the sharpest weapon isn't always the one made of steel, but the one forged in the mind. The story of Chevalier de St. Georges is a powerful reminder that true strength comes from resilience, discipline, and refusing to be defined by the limitations others place upon you. He fought 50 duels and should have died in all of them, but instead, he lived a life fuller than most could ever dream of. A true master of the sword and the soul. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of incredible lives from history. See you in the next one.